Look at that beautiful green, guys. That's California tropical rainforest right there. No water for about 7 months of the year. Hardly any all year this year because it's a drought. You got bay trees, you have madrones. You have lots of beautiful stuff in there. Ferns. But what I'm here right now to pick up are some rocks. And this is the Sibley Volcano Complex. It's an ancient volcano, an uplifted volcano that got upturned. And I've been collecting rocks out here for quite some time. I need a few more for what I'm doing in Richmond, in our demonstration garden. Maybe I'll even make this part of the video. So I figure, I don't have my truck, but I have a little rental car from Florida for a few days. The trunk looks pretty big, so I'm gonna throw some boulders in there. Here's a nice one right here. You even get a nice sign. You want a sign? I'll tell you now, Park. Anyway, look. They come rolling off the hill. They're beautiful boulders. I think this one might be a little too big for me to pick up. Oh, I don't know. I can probably get it. It's pretty big though. Anyway, I'm gonna get some rock. Oh look. Definitely too big for me to get. Let's get a few. Well, I won't pick up hitchhikers, but I will pick up some good looking rocks. Yeah. Anyway, I've cleaned this section out up here. I hadn't been to that section. It's kind of hidden by bushes. But anyway, that's where you got to go to get rocks if you don't want to pay. Make it exciting. Got to watch for the CHP. Hopefully they don't show up and have to make some crazy story. Welcome to your new home. You're going to like it here so much better than on the side of the road in the weeds where no one can see you. Oh, it's doing a good job for me. Doing a good job for me. We made it back to the nursery. Here we are. Here we are. All right, so let's see what we got here. Kyle, you gonna give me a hand?
Of course.
You have no idea what's in here, do you?
Absolutely not.
You think it might be a live animal?
Possibly.
Dead animal?
Could be.
Good eating?
Maybe.
All right, let's see. Ah!
Oh, more heavy rocks for my birthday. Thank you, Gary.
Everybody likes rocks on your birthday.
That's a cool day.
So, you know, who needs a truck, right? When you have a Ford Fiesta.
Absolutely.
That's what I say. All right, what else did we get? It is a bit of a lowrider now, but it did the job. Got one back there. Kyle and I are going to wrestle that out with Kyle's good back. You have a good back, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. And then my the hot, beautiful rock that I picked up on the side of the road is the one sitting next to me there. Anyway, so what we have going on here, the reason I got those rocks is that I am creating this edging around this area here. We've got our stepping stones in. We've got our table in. You can see everything's earth tony. Those are concrete to make it look like wood. Beautiful table. So these are these beautiful rocks that I got from, Sibley that are just rolled down to the road. A lot of these rocks get scooped up by Caltrans and then shipped away or dumped because they come down every single winter off the mountain and they don't block the road, but they get out in the shoulder and they have to get pushed to the side. So, but what I was lacking were nice, long, sort of curb-like rocks. All the rocks that I have in the back of the car are going to go over here, create the edge on the inner side. I'll use these larger rocks to form the outer curve here. And this is our In-N-Out Burger style double palm tree. I don't know if I can back up far enough, but we're gonna have a hammock there. Be able to walk around that side, this side, but here, you're not gonna be able to go through because there'll be a hammock. But you will be able to lay in that hammock. So when you lay in that hammock and you look down at my rocks, now you know how they got here. So that's how you do it. Hey Kyle, if any peace officers show up asking if they've seen somebody in a white Ford Fiesta that may have been low riding.
Are you talking about that rental?
Yeah. Yeah. If anybody comes asking about that, I want you to tell them, despite what you've seen in the last 5 minutes, that you don't know what they're talking about. All right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Sounds good. Who sent you here?
Who sent me here?
Did someone say anything about a white Fiesta?
You really would have to take me
You seem to have some interest in what's in my car.
The boulders.
And why are you?
I love boulders.
Are you with law enforcement?
Boulder enforcement? I don't know. I can't think of it.
Okay, so you're not here to arrest me for picking up rocks on the side of the road. No.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're
so,
good.
All right. Yeah. So you're saying that what's wrong with hauling boulders in a Ford Fiesta?
Good luck. Are sparks coming out?
Yeah, it gave it a total pimp look. Look,
You should do that.
look, the wheels disappeared into the wheel. It looks like a pimp look. Like that's kind of pimpish, right?
I'm surprised they're not coming up in the back seat. That's your hammer, right?
Yeah.
I just moved it because it's near the
Oh,
tire.
okay, I know it's probably.
You're not worried about the tires blowing out?
It's a rental.
Oh, sorry.
Did you ever see Jackass? Did you see Jackass?
Oh, yeah.
When they rented the car?
Yeah, I love China Knoxville. Yeah.
What do you remember about them renting the car?
Oh, that I don't. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it was in the movie.
Okay.
So they basically rented a rental car and they asked them if they wanted the damage waiver. And they're like, yeah, we'll pay extra for that. They took the car out.
Is that what you did?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I don't have damage waiver, so I got to be nice to
rent
it.
a truck?
They didn't have one.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's all I needed. It did.
Can you give me a car that I can carry boulders in?
It did the job. I didn't know I was going to pick it up. It was an opportunity thing. I was driving along, minding my own business, and then there were the boulders, and I'm like, you know what? I need a few more specifically shaped boulders, elongated boulders. I've got enough big ones. So I bet you the Ford Fiesta could hold some elongated, smaller boulders.
I think that's what they're made for.
Yeah.
Boulder transport.
Well, if you look at the manual, it's probably in there.
Yeah,
so
B for boulder.
I mean, you got to figure like I picked the boulder up. It can only be 150 pounds, right? I put it in the passenger seat. That's like I'm 210 pounds. You got to figure the car is designed for 250 pounds on that side, right? I could put 2 of those boulders in just on that seat alone, right? And then you got the back seats. Think about it. This is designed for 3 people of 250 pounds. Think like a couple of football players.
Yeah.
That's 750 pounds in the back seat. But then there's capacity in the trunk.
It's like the SS Determination.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
So I'm totally legal,
I think so.
except for maybe
What's
the permission of getting the rock.
What's the name of your channel again?
It's called True Plant Stories. It's a terrible. You don't want to watch it. It's really bad. It's kind of a waste of
You
time.
watch Theo Vaughn?
Who?
Theo Vaughn.
Never heard of it.
Blog
Yeah?
on YouTube. Yeah, really funny.
He's a nut.
What's it? Bobby Lee. I'm just getting into all this guy. It's becoming very.
I got to find out about that. What's your name, sir?
Sean.
Sean. What brought you here, Sean?
Destiny? I don't know.
Yeah?
My friend wants to get an avocado.
As long as you're not here to arrest me for stealing boulders on the side
I
of the
am
road.
not.
All right, I'm gonna get back
I
to
love
work.
boulders. I
Good.
love boulders.
I'm glad that you love them. We share a love together.
This one.
That's a heavy rock. This is the biggest one. Oh. 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 I think right here. Uno, dos, tres. Oh. There it is. Rock number 1. Done. Cut.
Can you please step out of the car, sir? Have you been drinking? You should give me a straight line. Give me a walking straight line. Okay, why don't you lean back, close your eyes, touch your nose, 1 foot on the ground. I'm going to give you some more tests here. I'm seeing beer bottles inside your car, sir. It's illegal to be drinking and driving. Well, unless you're on your own property. All right. So it's everyone's fantasy, right? Just come to the nursery like after hours, and just shop, not have to pay. Just whatever you think you want. Just grab it and go. Maybe have some cold beer in the car. Crank your tunes all by yourself. If you feel like, you know what? I want a daylily. You just grab it. Of course, I don't want a daylily. Don't get me wrong, they're okay. But yeah, so I figured I had to celebrate, celebrate the fact that after 5 years of drawing my demonstration garden plan, finally, I'm doing it. So I don't think I need any Camadoria plumosa, baby queen palms. But if I did, I know where to get them. They're right here. Or some beautiful Sabal minor palms. Variety from Louisiana. Really stiff leafed palm. This place is a total mess. You want to see something fun? All right. Now, when I was a kid, I would go to a nursery and I would see like a 15-gallon container with a huge tree in the middle of it. Obviously, like someone put the container down and then the tree decided, I want to live here. And I thought like, this nursery must be like 100 years old for that to happen. Well, this Tracy tree, this Ceiba insignis. Does anybody want to come down here and work for me and like make fresh new signs? This Ceiba insignis is making me feel old because now I have a nursery so old that I have a 15-gallon Charicia. Well, now they call it Ceiba. That's how old I am. Can't get the name straight. They keep changing it. I have a Ceiba that is so old that it just exploded out of the pot and said, no. I'm going to live here. I like it here. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm going to live here. This is a really fantastic. When trees kind of decide, or plants in general, decide they want to be somewhere, it's remarkable how pretty they look. Like, for whatever reason, this one is like, yeah, I like it here. I'm going to be lush. I'm going to be happy. It did lean a little bit. But look, it decided to get a U shape. So I was like, all right, okay. I'll go with that. I'll trim you up, give you a U shape. But anyway, yeah, so I'm living the dream here. Shopping at my own nursery. This is the greatest part about having a nursery. Really, my nursery is just like my own fetish gone wild. And this nursery really exists just to sort of supply my own habit. And whatever I decide that I don't want to use, you or anyone else is certainly welcome to come down and purchase. Like this extremely rare. Wow, this thing's fragrant. Wow, that's really interesting. This is some sort of either hybrid or very specialized Brahia. I don't know what. It looks a little like a Guadalupe palm, but it's really not. I think it's some kind of hybrid, but it has very different flower structure than the Guadalupe. But you can see we have lots of seed. Anyway, yeah, so here we are, pontificating our experience. So, yeah, this place is a total wreck. Here's what you don't want to do. If you have employees, tell them, okay, remember to turn the water off before you leave. It's going to be a happy tree. Let's turn that water off. But I'm spending the night tonight. Having a great time. Me and my plants. And yeah, so we're going to go shop, get some good stuff, get the demo garden done after 5, 6, I don't know how many years. It's ridiculous. I think I want to use this one. Anybody know the name of this plant? I've been selling this for years. Makes a beautiful 6-foot tall flower. Hummingbirds love. And I need to know. I need to learn the names of the plants I sell, including this one. This is the most beautiful bluegrass I've ever seen in my life. And I've had a pretty long life. I've seen a lot of grasses. Look at the contrast on the green. So pretty. I use this all the time. I don't know what it is. Does that make me a mean, bad person? I don't know. Let's go back in the forward and find some more stuff. Now, if you ask me, what do I like most about my nursery? Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Well, there's a lot of things. But one of the things is the view. I mean, look at this. Look at that. Imagine if this is like your garden. It's not really a garden. It's a nursery, but oh, look at the afternoon light on my jubea. That thing is probably 50-something feet tall.
It is most likely 140 to 150 years old. Found it in Woodland, California, at a farmhouse that was built in the 1860s. So do the math. It might be 160 years old. These trees take about 20 years to get about 4 or 5 feet tall. So, you know, they could have planted it and they built their house back in 1860, and it could have been 20 years old then. What would that be? 1840 when it was germinated down in Chile, because they weren't germinating them here. That would make it 100 and wait a minute, 180 years old. It's potentially 180 years old, guys. Yeah. Anyway, that is one of the things I really like, but I had to share it with you. Come on down and check it out for yourself. Okay, so I'm hunting. I'm hunting for stuff I can't live without in my demonstration garden. And I've decided that I can't live without, I have to show off this beautiful cordyline. I know it doesn't look so good down there, but it will when it fills out. From New Zealand, that's incredible. Gotta have that, already have that. And I threw some Camedoria radicalis in there already. But what I've failed to remember to do is to put some Camedoria microspadics in there. So I think I'm going to grab this one right here. It's not very big, but it will get big. And someday it'll be this big, leaning, beautiful thing. So that's something I just can't live without. So let's grab that. Let's grab it. It's free. It's free to me. Here we go. Right here. I love my little Ford Fiesta. Leave the trunk open. There. Look, the rocks didn't do such a bad. I just have to vacuum that out before I take it back. No problem. Here's the one I want. See this one here, totally unstable. See that? So basically I take the worst plants that we have, plant them in the demo garden, and then by just the fact of planting them in the ground, will cure all ills. That's what we're doing. You know, it's really unfortunate that people don't come here as the golden light hits the end of the day, because it's just such a spectacular scene, and the plants just light up, the freeway gets quiet, the train music becomes more pronounced, and the magic just happens. Feeling pretty good about my shopping spree here. Got my bamboo palm, got my agave hymeniflora. I'm trying to represent all these plants I like to sell. Got some aloe saponaria right there. Such a great tropical plant. Some hectia, thornless hectia, no doubt, and the more typical thorned hectia. It gets hectic living with hectia sometimes with the thorns. We've got some echeveria down there. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff buried. There's Veltheimia right here. This is such a cool South African plant. We've got our cordyline from Australia. Got some South African ice plant. I mean, this trunk, it's amazing the magic that can happen in the trunk of a Ford Fiesta. So I think it's pretty much it. Got to check in my next episode. Maybe I'll have some more stuff done. But there's the beautiful demo garden. Here's where the hammock will lie. You can lay across the hammock. Someday we're going to have rent this place out to a brew pub or a taqueria or whatever, and then you can come down and see Leche, and just partake in the beauty of what the world has to offer in tropical plants from Northern California. All right, that's it. I am out of here. Okay, more video is always better, right? Just when you think it was going to end, it doesn't. Maybe it never ends. Anyway, so here's the contrast of my nursery to the typical Richmond industrial complex.
you've got the cranes over there doing whatever they do. They're loading coal to send coal that was mined in Utah, sent across the country, spewing out coal dust out of rail cars, sent to Richmond. It's the only place that'll allow coal to be shipped. They're actually outlawing it soon. But yeah, those cranes load that stuff up across the street, send it to China. China, that's how you pronounce China, I guess, these days. And then what happens? Then China burns the coal because they have lots of coal-fired plants. And we spew greenhouse gases, shipping it here on the trains, spew greenhouse gases, shipping it across the pond to China. And then they make more greenhouse gases by burning it in coal-fired power plants. And so just to give you the stark contrast of what I'm doing compared to what everyone else in Richmond is doing, and what I'm doing is creating this beautiful tropical paradise. If you're confused as to where we are, you just need to look for the largest tropical forest in all of Richmond, California, and then you're there. So I wanted to give you a little view of the beautiful silhouette that I get when I stay here long enough to watch the sunset off in the distance. And there it is. I don't know if you can see the Chilean wine palm. It's kind of blocked. It's off in the distance, but it's definitely there. And that's pretty much the end of my day. Garden's going to be better. The garden is always better next year. And in this case, the garden is always better tomorrow. I'm going to guess that this is not nearly as pretty as what I'm seeing because the camera just can't deal with it. Basically, what I'm seeing is this beautiful full moon coming up over the Berkeley Hills, rising out of the fog. The fog comes through the Golden Gate, slams into Berkeley, hits the hills, spreads out, misses my beautiful nursery here in Point Richmond, which gives us a little bit more heat in the evening and less cooling, and also better heat during the day. So if the phone was working properly and it was focusing, and I didn't have to like reset it and redo it again, you would have seen this full moon emerge through the palm trees. But alas, this is what you get. So if you spend the night at Golden Gate Palms on a full moon night, this is what you'll see. Just so you know. I just never, ever get tired of that. That beautiful sound of the train. Okay, bed is put away. I am decent. And we have light. So now you can see with a little better lighting what's going on here with the rock. I figured I should give you some tips on rock layout. So here's all the rock I got in the Fiesta. And what I like to do is put your biggest rocks on the headland right there, just like you'd see like in the middle of a stream, huge boulder, that starts the island. Or in the ocean, there'll be this giant headland that's sticking out, and it's because there's some massive hunk of solidified something that's basically giving the rest of them a chance. So think about this as like a stream flowing through. This is the rock that divides everything and breaks the current so that the smaller rocks can exist without getting washed away. So I've got my longer rocks all along here. We're trying to maintain 7 foot of clearance between these islands so that when we take our hammock down, we can run our 6 foot wide tractor through here and load plants into your vehicle right outside that gate. Again, we have a big head rock right here. This rock was not in the Ford Fiesta. Couldn't have handled it. I couldn't have picked it up. Actually, I did get that rock there in the winter when they came crashing down onto the road. Stopped in, got my little tractor and picked them up. Just doing the job of Caltrans, so they didn't have to. It was actually on the asphalt in the shoulder. where it's not supposed to be. You can imagine if somebody hit that with their car like at night, it would be could like careen them into the middle of the road and cause a fatal accident. So who knows? Maybe I saved someone's life by cleaning that up. Anyway, here's the rocks. I had pre-plumbed my pipe. I got it in the wrong spot, so we're gonna tap off these tap points. There's a tap point here, not to be confused with a keg of beer. That's for water only. Here's another one. This one ended up out here. My lighting wire ended out over here. We had to move it to there so we could tap onto it. That's as far as we could go with it. My drain was in the right spot, so that's good. I'll put this drain in. And what else? There's some more wire. Things are looking sharp. Beautiful. Bucarnia, variegata. Okay, so that's pretty much the boulder layout scenario. You always want to try to find, good points of we can like nestle these things in nice and tight to each other. So you're always looking for opportunities on these rocks. It's like if you're good at puzzles, then you'll be good at rocks. I didn't spend a ton of time. Oh, look, there's a gap. I need to pull that rock together, and then you see there's an overlap over there, so that rock will stay where it is. This rock needs to move. Anyway, I'm gonna get off camera and do that because I'm what you call a perfectionist. So that's it. Well, it worked out pretty well with the boulders, but what didn't work out so well was when I was driving through the very narrow confines of the nursery using the vehicle as a truck. And it's funny, this vehicle, you sit so low in this thing, it's unbelievable. Like, look, you're like maybe, I don't know, how far off the ground are you? Not very far. And then these windows are really high, so even like with my big frame, it's hard for me to see over at the ground. And I happened to bump a little container in the nursery, and yes, cause a couple scratches. So, but I'm doing the courteous thing, absolutely courteous, and that is to make it look like I never rented the vehicle. So, I've got my painter skills here. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit. There's just a tiny little scratch in there, tiny little one here, and that's it. They probably wouldn't have cared or noticed, but now they won't even know it's there. So if they don't know it's there, then, oh look, I forgot this part. Let's do that right now. See that little part right there? Here we go. This is how you do body work when you rent rental cars, so they don't charge you anything. There. It's like it never happened. Okay, it's the moment of truth. How good of a paint and body shop is Gary Gregg? Let's see. Let's see how we did. All right, let's have the big reveal. Let's see, take the whole thing off, maybe. It'll all come off all at once. Or is it gonna take a while? Let's see. Oh, it's looking pretty good, folks. Looking pretty good. All right, let me get this open, and then you can see if you can see it. I think it looks better than before. What do you think? Can you see it? You see it? Right there. Right there. I don't know. I don't think they're going to notice. Maybe. We'll see. When using your Ford Fiesta rental car to move big boulders and other landscape materials, before returning it, make sure you get your shop vac out and erase all evidence. That means everything. Every little bit of rock dust, every little bit of plant dust. Look at that. It's gonna look brand new when I'm done with it. Okay. And then make sure not to forget the details.
The details will kill you because the devil is in the details. And don't forget the trunk. Woo, look at that. Ooh, 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 ooh. It looks amazing. Look at that. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, anyway, you get the idea, people. Not a trace. No trace, no trace, no trace, no trace. No trace.